Hey, what's going on, guys? Only Noobs Camp here, and I just got my vlog done. So yeah, so this is my buddy that I was talking about.
He's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 420 here.
He's gonna record his stuff, so I'm gonna let him take it away.
Okay, this is my Evo deck profile. I have about like 3 or 4 proxies in here, but let's get down to the monsters first. Let's do that. All right, Evo tiles. We got 3 Westlows. These are basically your Gravekeeper Spy of the deck, and a lot of good plays open with this guy, especially if you draw him, and especially 3 Evo tile Najashos. These are, I mean, you can plus off this by doing so many combos with cards like Enemy Controller, by tributing it for a monster. Like I actually teched a monster in here that I think is going to be good in this format because a lot of people are going to be using traps. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, that's it for the Evo tiles. 2 Evolsaur Cerrados. I did run 3, but I mean, I think the card that I took out for it, I mean the card that I added into and I took it out, I think it's better to have it in there than just 3 Cerrados, because I mean the card that I put in there is just like a Logia almost. 2 Volcanos. These are basically the Evos play like GBs.
Oh, is that not a Hyper Hammerhead or is that?
No, this isn't a Hyper Hammer. This is a proxy.
Okay.
But you can also use this in the deck too, because it's sort of like a Neospatian Grandma. If it attacks a monster and the monster still stays, it's sent back to the hand, and he stays actually on the field. So if you attack a Spear Reaper, it bounces back and then it's destroyed. But I did run it in, but then I decided to use it for a Volcano because having a lot of Evolsaurs in the deck to use with Westlow and all that is important, especially to run double. And then 2 Diplo. This is like the bestiary of the deck, basically. There's a reason why they put it to 1, and kudos to Michael Smith Grant. He was top 32 in Atlanta, and he was basically the person who inspired me to play Evos because he explained a lot of combos that to me it looks like they're going to be almost impossible to like get over. But yeah, the Diplos pop a back row when they're special summoned by an Evo tile monster. So, you know, if you tribute the Najasho or the Westlow, or you can just flip the Westlow and get a Diplo out and then pop a back row. Sometimes your opponent doesn't want to use that back row on that, so you pop it and then you're screwed. Alright, that's the Evolsaurs. And then the regular monsters, I got 1 Gores. I mean, I don't play too many traps in here, so having, you know, dead cards isn't really, you know, doesn't happen in this deck. And, you know, it happens if you're battling windups, I believe, which windups are actually, I think, tier 1 and insectors. This doesn't work good with insectors, but with windups, when they, you know, swarm you and then they loop your hand and then you top deck a Gores, is actually pretty good. 2 Effect Veilers, standard. I mean, you gotta run Effect Veilers in this format. People are running rabbits and tour guides out the Bungie, and, you know, they help a lot. And then the card I took out 1 Cerrado for, Jinzo. Now, the reason why I put Jinzo in here is because, let's say I got a Najasho face down, you know, I can tribute the Najasho to bring out a Jinzo. Now, Najasho says when this card is tributed, I mean, if this card is tributed, you can special summon 1 Evolsaur from your deck. 9 times out of the 10, your opponent's going to have either a Bottomless, a Torrential, a Warning, any one of those setups to stop your play. But if I bring out Jinzo, this pretty much forces them to use that Warning on him. Because once he's out, they can't use any other of their trap cards. So, you know, if they don't decide to use a back row, I bring out the Jinzo, I get the special summon with Najasho's effect, Volcano. Volcano's effect activates. Since he was special summoned by an Evoltile monster, I can special summon an Evoltile from my graveyard, and then I can make a Logia right there with the Jinzo out. So basically, I can just use my Logia to negate spells or summons, and then have Jinzo here just to, you know, torture my opponent. It's pretty bad. I think it's a really good card to put in here. It's one tribute, and I mean the Najasho, this is ridiculous. The plays you can do with those are crazy. And then that's the monster lineup. The spell lineup, 2 Evolforce. I was going to play 3, but then I decided since I would waste a tribute for Jinzo, it doesn't matter to run 3. 2's fine. Basically what you do is you tribute off an Evoltile monster, and you get to special summon an Evolsaur from your deck, and it gains the effect as if it was special summoned by an Evil-Tile monster. So I can flip Westlow, get an Evolsaur monster from the deck, and then Evil Force the Westlow, tribute the Westlow, and get another Evolsaur monster with an effect. And if you got back row, I can pop them with 2 Diplos and exceed for something. Pretty good card. This is sort of like your, how can you say it, your 1-for-1 sort of a little bit. 2 spaces, 2 Poliwales, and 2 enemy controllers. I was going to run 3. I may be thinking about it. Another play you can do, tribute in the Joshua when your opponent has a really strong monster out on their turn. I mean, you tribute in the Joshua, you take their monster, you special summon another monster from your deck, an Evolsaur. It could be Volcano if you have an Evolsaur in your graveyard. It could be Diplo if they have back row in the field. It's ridiculous. 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Pot of Avarice. My Body is a Shield. I actually just put this in 2 days ago. The reason why, if you have Logia and a Dark Hole, you just don't want to waste your Logia's effect. So this right here, boom, I flip it. I take 1500, but I still keep my Logia's materials on it, or my Dolk or anything, you know. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Mind Control. I'm gonna say a reason why this is in the deck in a minute. This is another reason why I give props to Michael Smith Grant. He's the one who actually, you know, thought of this. Traps now, Solemn Judgment, 2 Solemn Warnings, 2 Phoenix Chains. You gotta run Phoenix Chains in the deck. They're basically like having effect veilers, but they're traps, and I mean, it does stop plays, and it does hurt if you have Gores in your hand, but I mean, you just gotta play smart and not, you know, if you have Gores in your hand, then don't put these face down. Just take the damage and bring out Gores. 1 D Prison. I decided to put that in instead of putting in 2 Torrentals because I find it sometimes I swarm a lot, you know, and I don't want to kill all my monsters. And if my opponent does go on the offensive, you know, I have a card to back myself up and remove him from play. 1 Bottomless. Bottomless one runs good against rabbits. I side another one, so, you know, just in case I go against Dino Rabbit or something, they tribute their rabbit, okay, bring out 2 Saber Sources, you bottomless both of them. Mirror Force, I may be thinking about taking this out for another D Prison. You people can ask me, let me know what's your idea. Torrential Tribute, it went up to 2, so I sided another one in my deck just in case I go against a crazy swarm deck or something, you know, because there's a lot of decks out there that swarm more than me. And then Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. This format runs basically nothing but darks. Insectors, Twilight, freaking Blackwings. I've seen, you know, those Blackwings in there. I've seen Windups. Windups got Windup Hunter. You know, Dark World. This screws up Dark World. And I'm not gonna lie, I bit off Michael Smith Grant because let me tell you, this is actually smart to do. If the meta was light, this would be a light imprisoning mirror. So, like, I mean, I do side in a light imprisoning mirror just in case I battle an agent deck. I'll take this out and I throw in the light imprisoning mirror. But yeah, I mean, it screws over a lot of decks. And yeah, Michael Smith Grant got deck checked like 6 times at the tournament because he was main decking a side deck card and people thought he was cheating. And the judges kept telling people, yeah, he actually main decks that, and it was actually a smart idea. I give him props for that. Okay, extra deck. I run 1 Lavalier the Sea Dragon, 1 Windup Zen Mains, 1 number 20 Giga Brilliant. I'm looking for more of these and more of these. I want these in foreign, like German or something. If they're more, then you know, screw that. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be less than what the English versions are selling it for. Freaking $110 for this card.
We're going Japanese.
It's ridiculous. Exactly. So I would like a German one because German ones are like super rare and they're pretty cool. And,
we're getting Australia.
Yeah. 1 Windup Zenmeister. Michael Smith Grant's team member, Victor, he actually, you know, found out a little loop you can do with him and Westlow. Let's say, you know, you got a Westlow face down. They attack it. Normally, it might live unless they come out with some crazy swarm or something, but most of the time, first turn, they're going to either attack with a Thunder King or something with less than 19 defense. You flip it, let's say they attack you with a Thunder King. Flip, you know, you get to bring a Evolsaur to the field. So you bring out Serrato, right? Serrato's at 21. Now, let's say they put, depending on, let's say they don't set a back row. Okay, well, your turn comes, let's say you draw, or you have already a card in your hand, another Evolsaur, because sometimes it happens. So let's say you draw Volcano. You're going to summon the Volcano. You can attack the Thunder King and kill it. His effect activates. You get to search for an Evolsaur monster, so you want to get that Westlow, just in case anything bad happens. That goes in your hand. You're going to attack him for 12. Now, you can exceed for Zenmeister, detach Evolsaur to flip Westlow back down, and then simple game mechanics, you can just flip it back up, search for another Evolsaur, or Evolsaur, and guess what? This is my proxy Volcano, but I get a Volcano and I special summon Serrato, and next thing you know, you exceed into a Logia, and then, you know, you can set either a back row too. They're going to probably be scared of this. If not, if they come on the offensive, then you can negate something, you may have a back row. But if they do set or something, then next turn you can draw and then, you know, ditch, flip it again, bring out Dolka. And then now you got a effect negating and a spell / trap negating, and Dolka's effect negating. It's crazy. Let me see. 1 Steelstorm Roach, 2 Utopias, 1 Utopia Ray. Now, the reason why Utopia Ray is good, I got 2 reasons. One, you can mind control the Utopia and play your Ray on top of it. In this format, the only thing that can kill a Logia is a Utopia and exceed. Unless it's Terrace or something, but most of the time people don't run Terrace or Dreas. But Utopia is most of the time, you know, they're the ones who try to use Utopia on you to kill your Logia. Well, you know, you mind control the Utopia, put Utopia on it, and it's my Utopia until the duel's over. Really, really messed up. 3 Logias, 2 Dolka. I'm getting 1 by next week or in 2 weeks. I need 1 more, and I'm talking to somebody, team, I believe it's Team TCG or TCG Team, something like that, and he has 1, and I'm hoping he trades me for 1. 1 Stardust, you know, just in case you get into some situation where you got freaking Gores on the field and you have an effect veiler that's dead, you just summon it and synchro for Stardust, you know, just in case. Think outside the box. I may be thinking about throwing a 7-star in here since Jinzo's in here, but I don't know. You people can give me ideas. And then 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Side deck, standard, 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Nico Main King. I'm pretty sure people don't know what the hell this thing does, but if you're a Dark World player and I have this in my hand, you're gonna be pissed. Because during my opponent's turn, when this card is sent to the graveyard by the effect of your opponent's spell, trap, or monster card, it doesn't have to be on the field. It could be in my hand. Your turn ends. So they dealings me, I just discard it, their turn ends. Like, it's wrong. It's so wrong. 2 Fossil Dynas, 2 Dimensional Fizzers, 2 Chain Disappearances, 1 Boundless Trap Hole, Light Imprisoning Mirror, goes in match. Basically, my whole deck's fire except for the 4 cards that aren't the dinosaurs. So, I mean, and you can bring out Zen Mains too, which wind up really can't do that. Macrocosmos and Torrential Tribute. That's my deck profile. Yeah, any of the proxies that you see, if you have them, I would like to trade you for them, so I don't have to have proxies in my video. Appreciate you guys watching it, and yeah, hopefully Evos will do better. Next set comes out because Friezadon's coming out, and what Friezadon does basically is I can have Logia out on the field, and Friezadon says when Exceed activates its effect, I can detach from Friezadon instead. So basically, Friezadon has 2 materials, Logia has the 2 materials. I detach 1, 2, 3, that's 3 Solemn Judgments with just 1 Logia. It's pretty broken. Pretty broken. I mean, yeah, in the next video, I'm going to show my trade binder, so if anybody needs anything, yeah, you can check it out. And this is Keys Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. I'm out.
Alright, hang on. Before you go, I know that there's going to be one question. Why don't you run the Rescue Rabbit engine?
I mean,
because I'm pretty sure the only deck people see now is the Rescue Rabbit, the normal thing.
Rescue Rabbit, they run the vanilla monsters, and I mean, I only got one Rescue Rabbit, and right now, I rather trade it for something I need than go through the freaking hell to try to get 2 more. I really don't like Rescue Rabbit that much. I mean, yeah, you summon it and you tribute it off, but it's so easy for me to just play, you know, how can I say? I can either chain disappearance it, I could effect veiler it and it stays out, I could use skill drain before it comes out, I can just flip it, like once my turn, because I already know my opponent's going to play Dino Rabbit. If I do, I can just be like skill drain, go. And I'm pretty sure he's just going to go set the rabbit. Because he's not, unless he has other monsters, like the vanilla 19s, but if he doesn't, he's going to set that rabbit. He doesn't want to take damage. I mean, yeah, rabbit's okay, but I don't like it for Evolsaur, like the Evolsaur Archetype deck. Like this card right here is broken. Once more like cards like Enemy Controller or, you know, Evo Force comes out, this card is going to be broken. You can, let me explain this effect with Evo Force. Evo Force, you tribute this, you get 1 Evolsaur monster for this effect. You get 1 Evolsaur for this effect. So this is an instant Logia first turn. These 2 cards. And if they have back row, you bring out 2 Diplo, pop the 2 back row. Pretty crazy. Alright guys, well yeah. I'm going to do my trade buy in the next video, and I hope you like it and enjoy. He's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. See y'all later.
Alright, only noobs camp here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.